What's up, grinders? It's the Country CEO back again with another video. Hope life has been good to you, been well. I'm good. I'm peachy. Looking forward to these holidays, but I just wanted to come back again and share some game with you on the dump truck business. All right. So I got a question from one of my subscribers asked. Thought it was a good question. They wanted to know what are the different types of dump trucks and their uses, right? What are the different types of dump trucks and their uses? So here goes our topic for the day. There are several types of dump trucks and there are different uses for different types of dump trucks, right? Every dump truck can't do or is not designed to do the same things or not in demand to do the same things, right? Different uses for different trucks, all right? So I just want to share with you a few things that different trucks are designed to do, or typically what I've seen them be used to do, right? All right, so the first truck is a single axle dump truck, right? That's the truck where there's only one tandem of wheels on the back of the truck, right? And I've seen this truck be homemade and I've seen or man-made, and I've seen it be an international or a little Peterbilt or something like that. What do you mean, Country CEO homemade or something like that? I've seen people have a little pickup truck front and have a little dump bed on the back, right? So that's what I mean by homemade or man-made or something like that, right? All right, typically the bed holds, 4 yards, 5 yards of material. The ones that you buy from a dealership typically 8 yards, something like that, maybe even 10. All right, but the uses of those single axle truck, they have their place, right? They have their place in the landscape of things. Well, speaking of which, landscaping, that's one of the things I've seen these trucks do well at, right? Why? Because they don't weigh a whole lot. And a lot of these homeowners, they don't want you cutting their yard up with your heavy truck, leaving rivets and trenches in their yard if your truck is real heavy. So what they prefer to do and use is a single axle dump truck, somebody that can just bring them 4 or 5 yards, which is really all they need for what they're trying to do in their garden or landscaping around their house or things of that nature. Now, I'll give you another place of demand for trucks like that, and that's at landscaping yards, nurseries, even hardware stores that keep small amounts of material there. They use those kinds of trucks, right? So single axles, typically residential work, and also you can be used in hardware stores to supply them with mulch and material like that, little sand, little limestone, things of that nature. Homeowners, you can go in their yards and won't tear their yards up, and they're real happy about that. Or they just might need 2 or 3 yards of gravel, and they appreciate just getting the smaller truck, right? All right. The second truck of that's out here in a dump truck that's being used is a tandem dump truck, right? Two tandems of wheels at the back, right? Very popular truck. When I first came out with triaxle tandems, as they would call them, were very popular, right? The uses of tandems at that time typically was house pads, right? If somebody was building a house, then tandems, you'll see 4 or 5 tandems running dirt to the house pads. They typically hold 12 yards, 14 yards. I've seen them do 15 yards, something in that range, right? But definitely house pads are typically what you would see a tandem on. All right. Also, you notice when they're building a house, they have to put dirt in that form, right? Well, typically I've seen tandems do jobs like that where they're filling that form up with dirt, and then they might top that form off with sand, that kind of thing, right? But they've done the pad already, right? So definitely that's a use for a tandem dump truck. Also, tandems used to be used to offload barges in my city, right? That was the main truck that was used for that. Every now and again, you'll see them on big major projects, but not as much anymore, right? Typically, when I see tandems running around town, they're doing little small odd jobs, little gravel, little sand, things of that nature if it's not a house pad, right? All right. Third type of truck and its use is the almighty triaxle, right? Fell in love with the triaxle. That's what was suggested for me to get. It's the 2 tandems plus the 1 tandem that's single axle that stays up, and then you let it down when you get a load, right? Triaxle dump truck, right? I love a triaxle. What's unique about a triaxle, right? It's because that rascal can haul 18 to 20 yards like it ain't nothing, right? That rascal can get some production going on a job, man, and it will get the job done, right? I've seen a homeowner say, oh man, we're gonna leave a lot of dirt on this job. I say, mister, me and this other triaxle, I guarantee you, we won't be out here all day getting this dirt in for you. And to see how those triaxles bring those massive 20-yard loads in there, man, it'll knock a house pad out like it ain't nothing, right? This is what the big construction companies want on the job, right? Because here's the deal about a triaxle. It totes a great payload, but it gives you the maneuverability that a trailer can't do, right? A great payload, great size load, 20 yards of dirt, right? And then it can maneuver unlike a trailer can, right? So that's why construction companies, particularly in Louisiana, they love a triaxle dump truck, right? It is the truck that is used on highway construction. Even we're doing a lot of house pads now. Even the homeowners, they may end up with a tore up yard when we get through. But man, we've saved them so much money because we've knocked what would have been a 2-day job out with a tandem. We did it in about 3/4 of a day, all right? All right, someone may be asking, well, how you making money like that, Country CEO? Well, we typically do those by the load, and we'll make a quick grand, $1,000, and we out of there, right? All right, triaxle dump truck. You hear how I'm talking? You see the look on my face? I love a triaxle dump truck. That's my baby. That's my boo. I fell in love with her, and she has done great things for me where I am glad, right? If this video is giving you value right now, hit that subscribe button, all right? Look, tell you what, triaxle dump truck, those are the uses, right? Finally, fourthly, quad axle, right? Quad axles came on the scene in my area. They didn't stay long, but they came. We have a few guys out here. It may be 5 or 6 quad axles in my region that I've seen. They haven't really gotten a whole lot of play like we thought they were when guys were first talking about, man, I'm going to get me a quad axle, and but it just never really blew up and took off in popularity like the triaxle did. And so there's 4 or 5 guys that are still hanging in with the quad axles, I'm sorry, but they're not really that popular here. What are some uses? Obviously hauling off the limestone yard. They're a little longer, so sometimes the maneuverability on a house pad is a little questionable, but they definitely can work on the big road construction jobs and give you a great payload, right? But it's a heavier truck, right? And so sometimes in those off-road jobs, you know, it can tend to be a problem for that truck and on that job, okay? All right, fifthly and finally, uses of different trucks is the trailer truck, the dump trailer. Some of you may know it by. All right, typically in our area, these trucks haul basically in 2 arenas mostly, sand and gravel to ready mix companies for concrete, and they be on the jobs with us with asphalt, right? They do great on for asphalt companies. They've told a great payload, and typically with asphalt companies, you don't have to worry about a whole lot of twisting and turning. You're typically going to be on a road on solid ground, all right? But you're not going to see a trailer hauling dirt on a dirt pad, right? Typically, it's going to be sand and gravel to concrete companies or to jobs, or it's going to be asphalt or in road construction, rotor milling, tearing roads up. They do that, all right? And limestone yards, hauling off yards, things of that nature, right? All right, so I've given you 5 trucks: the single axle dump truck, the tandem dump truck, the triaxle dump truck, the quad axle dump truck, and I've given you the dump trailer, right? 5 trucks and their uses. I hope this video has been helpful to you. And as usual, I forgot to say it last time, but I'm going to say it this time. If you want to shine, you got to grind, right? Country CEO, I'm out of here.